the thing I think people get wrong about creating an innovative culture is they tend to think too big. So innovation isn't just about a massive project where you're launching a new brand or doing something like that. So I think for me, focus on the smaller things. Think about it being a bottom-up process, because really innovation should come from the ground. That's often where the best ideas come from. So start off with think about the smaller things. And then secondly, I think you need to be really careful about how you measure the success of innovation. By the very nature of it, not everything's going to work. These are trying new ways of working or trying new initiatives, and some of them won't immediately turn into an ROI. So I think really just thinking about what are you trying to achieve with a particular project. It could be that the output is just that it encouraged people to think differently. So, or that it just encouraged more people to think innovatively. And that in itself could be enough.
So innovation is a very elusive, it's a very elusive thing. So it's interesting because it tends to be very much driven by specific people. An organization can have many people, not all of them at the same sort of level of personal innovation. From personal experience, I think what's really important is to, one, identify the people within your organization, big or small, that are very innovative and that have a passion for that, whether they are, by the way, in the product department or in accounting, it doesn't matter. Like people who are, have a passion for changing things, for making things different. And then the second thing is to then be very serious in how you allocate resources to make that happen. So in our company, for example, we have a dedicated little squad that's in charge of creating MVPs and then testing them with clients constantly. And we may create, 1 to 3 features every quarter that are new, and maybe only one will make the cut. But we will try all 3 or 4 even at times and see how our clients react to them. So identifying the right people and then making sure that they've got the resource to go ahead and play around with their ideas is I think, from my experience, the key.
I think innovation is really, really important and really, really hard to do well, especially in an organization where there's a strong focus on commercial performance and the bottom line, which is true for most publishers. We found it necessary or helpful to have a small dedicated team of people who understand our brands really, really well, to work on new innovations and brand extensions and concept and develop a roadmap that's kind of separate and almost protected from BAU. As we often hear as well, you have to be prepared for the fact that 9 out of 10 ideas may not go anywhere, and that's completely fine. And the learning that you get along the way makes it worthwhile.
With great change comes the chance for innovation and collaboration. And innovations has always been at the core of the programmatic industry. The biggest challenge our industry faces today is centered around identity and the impending deprecation of the cookie. Traditional targeting and measurement strategies that we've grown up with now need to be rebuilt for a privacy-first world. But I really think the impending changes should be met with optimism, because it brings about a great opportunity to find new and better ways of working together. Whilst there isn't a silver bullet or a single solution today that will solve all identity challenges, this is an opportunity for digital businesses to take back control of their own fate. Choice is what's going to change the industry for the better. We need choice for consumers to decide how their own data is being used, choice for brands to determine the best way for them to reach their consumers, and choice for publishers in how they monetize their content.
There's 4 things that I'll talk about. Firstly, purpose, which is about that clarity of mission from the outset. And that meant for us, we were absolutely focused on demonstrating a difference in our customers' business, both publishers and of course, marketers as well. And secondly, laser focus. Most of our projects are very tightly packaged in key results. And this project is absolutely the case too. So the project team set up their key results from the outset, a means to keep themselves on track, but also to get the entire business behind them as well. Thirdly, diversity of thinking. What we wanted to do from the outset was garner different perspectives from around the market, both inside and outside of the business. And that meant speaking to people in different roles who worked in different disciplines, varying levels of seniority, but also who were able to bring different philosophies and outlooks to the table. And that ultimately enabled us to get a good rounded view of customer needs, which informed our approach to the solution. And then finally, the fourth pillar is our appetite to disrupt, which is a common thread that runs through all of Ozone's projects. And that is about never accepting the status quo as to how things should or could be done. And we went out to set a new and much higher bar from the outset, which was ambitious, we knew, but also incredibly motivating for the team who were delivering this project.
Well, a couple things, actually. First thing is having a diversity of views. Our leadership team is a third women with growing racial diversity and includes people from 4 different countries. And there's also a wide variety of backgrounds from the research industry, from hardcore tech development, and even some ad tech lifers like me. The second thing is staying really, really close to customers, listening hard to their feedback and what they need, where they see opportunities with our product and service. And as a smaller company, we can move really quickly to implement things and test them quickly with customers who are already engaged in finding these solutions.
Staying true to our values is not just a saying. It has a really deep meaning here for us at Permutive. It means taking the right path, even when it's the difficult one. Our mission is to rebuild data and advertising to protect privacy, and we're really determined to stay true to this mission, even when we have to find solutions to problems that maybe no one has found solutions to before. Like, for example, making targeting and advertising in a cookieless ecosystem possible without compromising user privacy and without compromising trust. For us, it really means no workarounds. It means no short-term solutions, no obscure methodologies. And we have found that the most innovative solutions are often born when people are given the chance and the freedom to solve difficult problems, but knowing that their work is really going to make a difference, not only to us and to our customers, but also to the internet in general.
The whole area of privacy has seen such massive changes and emphasis over the last kind of year. We do not expect that to change for the next kind of year or so. So what's driving innovation is real need. I think there's a need from all aspects of the digital marketing ecosystem to respect users' privacy, but we need products to be able to allow them to do that in a frictionless way that answers the users' requirements, but also services the needs of the publishers, brands, agencies we work with. And we've got a very exciting kind of pipeline to answer those sort of requirements. And so I think need is driving innovation. The relationship we have with our clients, working with them to understand the challenges they're facing is definitely driving innovation, trying to identify the way trends are going, understanding what the regulators, when you think about privacy, what the regulators are exploring. There's a lot of inputs that go into how we approach our product roadmap and the innovations that come from that. But yeah, I think that the need around the area we work in, which is privacy, is living at the heart of what is driving innovation for us.